here at the Sephora Arena. This is the AVP League, week number 3. Second week for the Palm Beach Passion. First week for the Dallas Dream. All 8 of our city teams. That's Dallas and Austin, Palm Beach and Miami, New York and Brooklyn, Los Angeles and San Diego. All 8 city teams will play at 4 of our weekends. 2 matches each weekend. Everybody will play 8 matches. The highest combined record women's and men's duo will win the AVP League Cup at the end of the regular season. Last year it was the Palm Beach Passion who took home the League Cup. Randy Bell, Phil and Trevor. The top 6 men's and top 6 women's duos, regardless of their city team, made it to Chicago. The championships in Chicago. Last year's winners for the men, Phil Dalhausser and Trevor Crabb for the Palm Beach Passion. For the women, it was the Brooklyn Blaze, Julian Lotman and Lexi Trevor, who won it in Chicago.
Progressive AVP League will find new ways to challenge you week in and week out. Welcome to week 3 in Miami as we bring beach volleyball indoors. Cameron Irwin alongside Kevin Barnett as we get set for Dallas versus Palm Beach. That's the Dallas Dream taking on the Palm Beach Passion, a men's matchup. Miles Partain and his new yet old partner in Paul Lotman. They're making their debut here in week 3 for the Dallas Dream, playing against some big-time foes that went 1-1 just 1 week ago in Aspen, and Trevor Crabb and Phil Dalhausser, the reigning Cup champions, and of course the champions from Chicago just 1 season ago. Let's dive into the Dallas Dream. Miles Partain, they call him the Whiz Kid. This guy has a brain unlike any other, now partnered back with his friend in Paul Lotman. There may be a disparity in age, but these two find beautiful volleyball alongside one another.
Yeah, an indoor Olympian, Paul Lotman, who's able to provide kind of that security blanket partnership for Miles Partain. Miles comparable to Kelly Cheng, one of the most creative forces you will see in the sport, the most creative player on the men's side, certainly in America. He'll go on 2, he'll give you different looks from the service line. He's incredibly instinctual as a defender.
So many excited to see this dynamic back on the sand. They won back in 2022 as the first title they had won on the AVP in Atlanta. Miles Partain, not even 21 years old at that time. But we talk about them as athletes. Let's focus on Paul Lotman. He brings a wicked arm, so much pace. He only stands at 6'6", but he plays bigger.
Yeah, he certainly does. Has a, as you mentioned, an electric arm, and that's why he was a national champion in Poland 3 seasons out of 4, and also Player of the Year. Now back in 2008, what longevity he's shown.
You know, and he also shares that honor with his partner in Miles Partain, also the MPSF Player of the Year back at UCLA. He left school. Ooh, a little extra something from Miles Partain as he drops and nods the hat.
Yeah, versatile and athletic. He's entering just the dawn of his career if he stays. There's been some questions about that in terms of his desire to continue on the grind of a professional player. He's all in for the Dallas Dream this year. That has been determined.
Just 24 years old is Miles Partain, Paul Lotman 40. And on the other side, someone else that continues to add veteran experience year after year. And that's Phil Dalhausser, partnered up alongside Trevor Crabb. Trevor Crabb is the king of the AVP Manhattan Beach Open. He's also winning the crown and the cup as well as the championship. But you gotta love everyone's favorite black hat.
Yeah, these guys are just having fun together, right? That's what they talk about, is energy they give one another, how much they enjoy the partnership as Trevor Crabb comes out. He's a guy who you'll expect to take a swing given his size, given his physicality. He will chop you up more often than he'll attack.
He is the king of consistency. That 70% swing has done a lot of damage with the AVP. And the legend, the GOAT, the four-time Olympian, the gold medalist, Phil Dalhausser. One of the best to ever hit the sand. Stands at 6'9" out of Switzerland. We're not far from his home here in Florida.
Yeah, still 6'9", still capable of taking over a match, still goofy foot, still the PHIL.
We don't often talk about that goofy foot. Most people don't even recognize that.
It's just Phil's style. They think of it as his style now.
All right, Kevin, when you look at these two teams, we know the old Dallas Dream. What can we expect from the new Dallas Dream in terms of how they're going to approach this team?
Yeah, it's a good question. Who do you serve, right? Where do you go? We saw teams last week uncharacteristically go at Phil for a while. So how instructive is that for the analytical Miles Partain? What did he make of the video from Aspen? We'll find out rather quickly and see where they focus here in set number one. Let the receive serve first. The Passion are going to focus on Lotman. He's going to try and give Miles as many of those opportunities as possible.
And like their women's partnership, they will depend on the option play over and over and over again. Partain has done a lot of damage in the AVP. 8-0 in his first year as he scoops one with his right hand. From off the net, carves. Ungettable Trevor Crabb. For Miles Partain, going from an 8-0 flawless season alongside Andy Benish to then a 6-2 season in 2025.
Unbelievable regular season record, right? But unable to come home with a title in either of those years.
Quick snap from Phil. I'm loving this Miles Partain in 2026. Two options already secured.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous. It's not only that Miles can take the option, it's the power that he displays on it. And you haven't seen him have to get range to it too, but he has that as well. This is something he's been doing since back in his high school days.
Partain asking if there's a line bounce.
Now that ball well out. That's not going to be close.
These four questioning the distance.
It doesn't matter if it was 4 or if it was 14. Either one, it's not close.
Yep.
Yeah, not really debatable.
Quick footwork for Lotman. And that ball hits the sand before Lotman's feet do. That's a monster block if I've ever seen one.
Go on, get it, crowd. Get the monster block off this. Phil, look, he gets down to the hitter. That's the key. You saw him look up. with us tonight about the condition of these two men in the Palm Beach Passion jerseys when they were in this stadium last year. Phil was fighting a calf issue. Trevor pulled a quad during the match. They persisted and still came up with the victory against Shulk and Shaw.
Yeah, Phil actually saying that's one of his best memories, is just how gritty and gutty that win had to be here in Sephora Arena.
Oh, confusion on the reception.
Phil's serve right now on point. I haven't seen him serve this tough in a minute.
And his attacking,
yes.
Right? He's been getting on the ball in both phases.
I think he was a little frustrated with Aspen. They walked away 1-1, but that was some tough conditions. 8,000 feet elevation, everyone trying to suck some wind.
Yeah.
He had one match that he struggled, but apart from that, he came back with some big pressure.
Take me home, my Florida home, something like that.
Get me back to sea level.
Yeah.
Open net, Phil's got it. No problem. The Beijing Beast plays defense.
Oh, put it on the highlight reel, will you please? For plays of the year, Phil just sitting in defense and scoring. He's not afraid to have played a bunch of split block situations, including getting Andy Bennett's his first ever victory, split blocking with Andy. He has done it with Nick Lucena at the end of tournaments. Phil, no stranger to all phases of the game at this point in his life.
Loving the speed at which we're watching the Palm Beach Passion, and specifically that man get after it. Nobody home on the net.
Is Phil just showing out for the Florida crowd? Like,
I mean,
he's got
this
a lot
is
of
his
homies
hometown.
here, right?
Why
Yeah.
not?
Yeah, this is his place. This is his state.
Attended the University of Central Florida. Played volleyball.
Interestingly, right now,
This is that block, Paul Lotman. You better have your shoulder strength on point.
paying back that earlier effort, right? A little revenge here for Paul. Yeah, it's show and take, right? In the angle, jump into that line.
A 3-0 run now for the Dallas Dream. They've been lofting them Phil's way. Back to back! Lotman extends and finds the lead.
We've seen a lot of big kills so far in this first set, in the early part of this match. Nothing feels better than getting a block, and that's 2 in a row for Paul. Oh, he's playing the chess game, right? Line one time, angle the next. And then air out of the balloon.
You know what I do like, though, is that reaction from Miles Partain. Not one to show emotion on the court. He actually grabs a handful of sand and tosses it to the side. He knows the momentum, the energy on his side of the net just stalled. Phil's been bringing it from the service line. 11-all. Snaps. Jump set. Right to the corner. I mean, you can see the challenge. Phil Dalhausser unsure whether he should run up, trying to protect, and next thing you know, you got that wicked arm speed of Paul Lotman.
Yeah, the Dreamer played the option game wonderfully in set 1.
Lays off it. Trevor. Partain flew in. Right to Dalhausser in down defense.
Yeah, Miles in a nice rhythm here in set number 1 is really feeling it. He's teed off on almost everything. Here, the control in that pocket, and then not caring where the defender is, simply overpowering the ball in the situation.
This is the Waterloo match.
Offensive numbers on screen. Timeout called at 13-11. Trevor, Crabb, Phil Dalhausser hitting 0. And back to some of those numbers, it's been all on the side of Paul Lotman. In terms of balls served his direction, 12 in total. Miles has not seen 1, but the kills still continue to climb for Miles Partain on the option.
Right, you've seen that many serves to Paul Lotman. He has remotely that many attempts. Paul only with 5 attempts because Miles has been feasting off of those opportunities. And that is a testament to the ball control of Paul Lotman, the ability to make those things hittable. And fortunately for him, and this is what makes Miles so special, his on-2 window is massive. That ball can be in so many different positions. He does excellent work with his feet first, with his arms second, to put the ball away.
It's nice having that lefty on the right side, opening things up. If you're just joining us, well, what the heck are you doing? You got to join us right here in Miami. We've got day 2 coverage coming your direction tomorrow. And not to mention, this is just the 3rd week of our 8-week regular season. You can also catch us with the AVP Manhattan Beach Open, one of our Heritage Series events. And of course, on the shores of Lake Michigan, come Chicago Labor Day weekend, where we will crown a pairs champion. The Palm Beach Passion took home the cup title as Kevin takes a deep sigh. That's not what you want, Kev.
Oh man, if I'm in the box on the sidelines for Dallas right now, I have no hair. A couple of misses when they really have had the upper hand. They've allowed Palm Beach to stay in the doorway here to a possible first set win.
Serve down the sideline, show and take again. Trevor trying to bounce around the backcourt, bringing us now to a set point, the quick side out.
Yeah, a lot of emphasis placed on Miles here, rightfully so in the first set, but how accurate has Paul been? A couple of shots down the line, thunderous shot to open. Paul is really on point as well.
And you can't option unless you have the pass, and Lotman has delivered in that regard. Set point for Dallas. Had some struggles, this one over the height of the net. Falling to his knees, they got it done. Trevor, just one previous side-out attempt before that one.
Paul clears the, Phil clears the runway a little bit here. And is that Dallas taking a timeout right there? That's unconventional.
Do you like it?
No, I hate it.
Why?
You've had all the momentum. You've been siding out just fine. There's nothing to overthink here. You've been passing the ball and hitting on 2. You've had Paul in rhythm hitting down the line. There's nothing to talk about.
It's hard to ice that of the Palm Beach Passion as well, though.
Yeah, I guess, are you figuring Phil is Ray Finkelstein or what? Like, what are you trying to accomplish here? I think that's a little too much. I think you're doing the problem in the hallway there. Sometimes it's better just to keep running the floor polisher and not worry about it.
Miles Partain found Paul Lotman this offseason, was looking to kind of regain that love for the sport and find somebody he knew that would be his mirror, give him exactly what he needs. When you talk to Paul Lotman about what Miles Partain needs, he said he wants somebody that can deliver from a passing standpoint, someone that's going to give him the opportunity to option the ball. This could be the moment.
Short serve is wide open.
Pace. Tight. Phil. Got it. Ties it up at 14 all. They aimed for the option. That's what he wanted back out. Phil, good touch. Open net. Trevor Crabb. Run, Palm Beach passion.
We've been waiting for Palm Beach to bust out right here, and Trevor Crabb, ever the black hat, finally gets a moment to put a flex down off an outstanding effort from Phil. Control to set to point.
They face set point. Now they have one on their side. You knew he wanted it.
Yeah, and Phil took a bet on the jump set there. I like the guess. I'm okay with it. And I like Miles staying aggressive. All good on that play by both sides. We've seen it get put in the popcorn popper a couple times, Phil, right? That time he just decided, I'm going to let him hit it. I'll bank on the jumper.
Quick toss. Phil checks down. Slap shot for the Dallas Dream. Miles Partain with a big smile on his face.
And a big read move right there by him as well. Quick reaction, gliding into that spot, outstretched. Miles showing you his defensive prowess, his ability to wait and react to what the other side is doing instead of guessing.
Fun to see Miles Partain having fun on the sand. Set point, back to Dallas.
This overtime thing is the theme of the night.
Miami likes to party late. Another level reach. That's top deck, Phil Dalhausser.
That's not old Phil, that's Phil of old right there. Stretching up and pointing that downward angle at about 60 or 70%. That is not a shot, not a swing, and not an opportunity for you defensively.
Trevor returns to the line from off the net. Another menacing attack back cross court. A back and forth, side out battle. Somebody's got to find some defense. Dallas now in search. Shifting left, Partain. In transition, pounds it right back. Dallas steals set one. AVP fans, are you not having fun? Dallas and Palm Beach are just throwing haymaker and haymaker.
Experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your gold membership today at avp.com.
Each of our 8 teams fighting for that singular championship. Just take a look at this iconic field.
I'm ready. Are you ready? We have a huge crowd, overflow capacity. Cameron, a lot of players and people have been waiting for this moment in this place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now.
Set one became a game of keep away. The Palm Beach Passion and the Dallas Dream just throwing punches at one another as they get set for set number 2. Cameron Irwin alongside Kevin Barnett. And you better be able to find your footing here in our sandbox from Sephora Arena. Paul Lotman walked away, 17 serves his direction. Miles, 0. They stole set 1, and everyone trying to find a little buried treasure in our sandbox. I'm not sure they're going the right direction, Kevin.
No, that's a tough assignment right here. I'm not sure who you're listening to or why, and then when you get there, you have to chug a sparkling water. I'm not sure that's any better than the actual search itself.
That might be the most challenging aspect of it. Not necessarily finding the can of sparkling water, but chugging one. I'm not sure that ends well.
Yeah, fans are enjoying it. So is Paul Lotman. First set, 6 of 8. Hitting 500, very nice. And Dallas really moving their numbers up towards the end of that set. Palm Beach kind of falling off.
But Miles not served a single ball. And actually, to that point, too, Trevor, just 2 in total. In set number 1, the 2 blocks on both sides of the net. Not a lot of digs, not surprising considering some of the attacks we saw. From Dallas to Palm Beach. Extended on the first, set 2, now underway.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Miles Partain, 0 receptions, 7 kills. Taking it on 2, making the most of defensive opportunities as he did at the end of the set. No aces yet for Dallas.
I can tell you one thing. I sure am glad Phil Dalhausser came out of retirement. That never actually happened.
The non-retirement retirement?
Oh my.
Is that the Aaron Rodgers of it all now? Have we have to update that reference?
I call this his Jordan season. He's just decided to come back.
Okay. Would have been nice if Jerry Krause let that happen back in the day.
Scooped by Crabb. Just call that the slow death.
Yeah, it's all falling for Miles at the moment.
When was the last time you've seen Miles Partain play this forcefully, with this much power? I'm not sure I ever have.
Yeah, it's a good question. I like the approach. I like the aggression that he has. A wildly athletic and creative player. I think the more he can enforce his will on a match, the better. That's an ace right to the back line for Paul Lotman.
Paul Lotman, 3-1.
Miles Partain joined the AVP when he was just 15 years old. Playing alongside his brother Marcus. That was the first time they qualified into the main draw. Then went on to debut with Paul Lotman back in 2018. Trying to fight through that qualifier in Seattle as there's one right back down the line for Phil. Volleyball is, without question, life to Miles Partain. If you want a good follow, find Miles Partain online. You will learn more about the game of beach volleyball than you will in any sort of coaching setting.
Yeah, there was a 10-page dissertation on the last tournament that he plays. He slaps that one down. Perfectly done by Lotman once again to provide that opportunity. Yeah, their side-out game is super strong at the moment. The only way you can derail it, I might start going short to Lotman to make the angle a little bit more difficult for him to scoop it back up. It wasn't allowing him to push the ball up right now. He's enjoying pushing the ball to the net. Ball was right on that one.
3-4.
If you're on the Palm Beach side, you are taking comfort in the fact you hit 200. Phil was matched in blocks by Paul, and he still only lost a due set. A lot of room for improvement if you're wearing a pink jersey.
Miles gets served into the depth.
Yeah,
That's
your
the
other
first
option.
check down we've really seen.
Yeah, and that's your other option, right? It's just to start serving Miles some balls and deal with him in regular opportunities where Phil can get a good look at him and get a better lineup, and Trevor can get the same thing playing behind him.
Great set and a hang time on full display.
Yeah, Paul told us, look, I have not really felt better. He said it takes a little more to keep everything going, but I feel really good physically. And here so far, he's been every bit the match for Phil at the net.
Yeah, he said he really focused on cleaning up some of his diet because he didn't want any more excuses. Nothing to hold him back, and because Miles called, I was a big proponent for him as one scooped. Shoveled.
What a rally. Let me hear from that one, everybody.
Disappointment on the side of Dallas.
Boy, Dallas making
Yeah, Paul wanted that one back the moment he contacted it. Way too much push. Got to kind of wrap over the top of that ball. Obviously the result not what Paul wanted, but the contact is not what he wanted either.
Option game from the other side of the net. The out of system play, still attacking the exterior. Trevor Crabb.
Yeah, nice all-around volleyball. You hear the crisp contacts by each of the players on their attacks. That is a hyper-technical attack from Paul as well as Trevor to wrap around inside of it.
Also nice playing indoors. You don't have any of that wind, so that tracking of the ball, the contact, so clean.
Yeah, it's up to you to take advantage of that, right? Change your game a little bit. Be more aggressive on those on-two plays.
That's why you're seeing so much pace as another tough serve comes. Dropping down.
high hands, high hard.
Switching gears right now, Dallas Dream. Double digits now for Partain. Full layout. The fall and the climb of Phil Dalhausser.
This is continuation from last week that people are working on Phil. Now 18 attempts, 8 kills, 5 errors. So not an outstanding percentage, hitting 167 here. Unusual to see Phil getting all the serves. You're gonna have a hard time wearing him out here than you did in Aspen.
In a quarter century of play, I'm not sure Phil Dalhausser has seen more than 10 or so matches where he's been a target.
Some of you rooting for both teams. You're gonna have to pick one. Think about it.
Controlled.
Got 4 contacts.
A 4 contact call as Trevor throws the black hat. We got to see this
We
again.
have a yellow card on Trevor.
The call was 4 contacts.
Going full peaky blinders here.
Playing up on the big board.
So it's prior to that. They're saying Phil got a piece of it beforehand. Astonishment on the side of Palm Beach right now, waiting to see the replay from the beginning of the rally. In the arena, they're not going to walk back to that service line.
Which means basically nothing.
Trevor being awarded, and I'm calling it awarded, a yellow card. He'll wear that with a badge of, like a badge of honor.
I think what he ought to do is get small yellow cards and just put them on his jersey throughout the year. Like you'd have the Pitt Panthers on the helmets or the Buckeyes on the helmets, right? Let's have that on Trevor's jersey. Just a small little yellow card, maybe a ½ inch by a quarter. We'll keep track.
And he's gonna say it. You know the words out of his mouth right now. Phil just tosses his hands. Ball never lies, folks.
It's a volleyball-centric crowd. They knew. They're with you, Cam.
Snowman on the board. high volume swinging, and you see the extra little joy moment from Miles Partain. I wonder, for a guy that's so process oriented, it's as if he's working through different technical, different aspects of his game on every single swing. It's as if the point doesn't really matter.
It's his plan working,
Yeah.
right? His plan for that particular contact or this match. You asked a great question when we were talking to Paul Lotman before this one about goals.
I did. I asked Paul if this team has any goals, and he said, nope, no goals. They are so process oriented that it's almost as if winning and losing doesn't exist. And maybe that's not the case for Paul Lotman, but that's how Miles Partain approaches the game.
I mean, okay, if you don't believe in winning and losing, it might believe in you.
Now, I will add, they didn't specifically say that they don't care about winning and losing, but that is exactly how they approach it, in the sense that if you don't have goals, it is a different approach.
Well, the process working right now. 5 away from a sweep.
The only win for Miles Partain is progress. We've had several returners to the AVP League, including that of Betsy Flint. You can also add Paul Lotman to that list, previously with the Austin Aces. He just keeps going right back to that corner.
Well, he does, but I love the way Paul Lotman gets out of the way of that ball. So he moves his shoulders to his right, lays the platform out. He gets out of letting the ball ride up on him and opens up space and allows him to set an angle and a platform to put that ball up onto the net.
Trevor, off speed, good touch. From snowman to French fries.
Yeah, I don't think Bet the Beach had French fries on the board as a call or snowman. Better luck next time with your little game.
Side shuffle for Partain. Shoots it right back to the line. Just trading side outs at this point.
You know, Dallas so steady in their side out game. They're just not giving anything back.
Paul still trying to continue to bring the pace a little too much.
Whoever you are rooting for, let them hear it now, Miami. Now is the time. Get behind your team. Let's go.
Partain from the left. Drops the elbow. Retreats. Finds the seam, Trevor Crabb.
First time Dallas has really given Palm Beach something here. Nice read by Trevor. And this is where that big game hunter mentality for Trevor can take over. The guy who's won that Manhattan Beach AVP so many times.
Four times.
I like the timeout.
A Kevin Barnett approved timeout called here in set number 2.
We're having Orlando people in the house. Hey!
See that of Trevor Crabb. I asked him about what's to come with this partnership. He said, we want the cup, we want the title. And then I asked him about the AVP Manhattan Beach Open. Let's just say you might see him playing alongside somebody else. Phil Dalhausser, we already mentioned, the Olympic gold medalist, 4-time Olympian to be exact, but you look to the rest of the AVP League. Taylor Crabb also in that mix now alongside Andy Benish. They're not just looking to find LA 2028, they're looking to podium The question will be, who will Miles Partain join forces with come LA 2028? Right now, it looks like he's got the perfect partnership alongside Paul Lotman. A comfortability between these two athletes. While Phil Dalhausser, in the twilight of his career, having more fun than ever before.
The twilight, this is like the dying light.
No, come on. You can't say that with the way he's playing right now.
No, it's just staying on the horizon right there.
Okay.
I love the way Phil is playing, but he thought that we were going to extinguish the flame last year.
Hard to leave when you're winning everything.
Yeah, sky is still bright for the Palm Beach Passion.
Doubling down and finding the high hands. Phil scratching his head, and that feels right for the moment. How in the world do you try and slow down Miles Partain?
I think he tried coming up late there.
Partain, 652, over 250 points better than the other three on the sand. Some odd calls in this one. The 4-touch violation, now a foot fault from the service line.
That's one of those not off the ball calls. A little bit hard as the second football.
Oh yeah, he steps right on the line.
Thought he went underneath.
Good work by the officials.
Caught it, now a set point for the Palm Beach Passion, looking for number 3. There's that short serve, Kevin. Crabb from the open net, and the error. Daunting after that run. He's got to clear his eyes out.
Oh, Trevor will be thinking about that one. He will be thinking about that one.
Had a chance to send it to a third. Now we play on. Must win by 2.
Everything was right but the contact there.
Tight ball. Second chance. Quick snap. That is the sharpest angle of the night.
That was ridiculous. Hey, Miami.
Miles, all aggression and technical capability, did not net. That thing was really close to the tape. Quick, crisp contact for the winner. Oh, love that swing. It's so easy to net on that.
I don't know if I've seen a swing that is that sharp.
Well, I thought that joust could not have worked out better. That Paul could then play it, because you know Miles is coming like a freight train here. Paul is not thinking anything except, I'm going to lay this thing up here for Miles off of the joust. Now that, first of all, is an excellent play by Miles to extend the rally, but right here, Paul knows if he puts it up, Miles can terminate. No approach needed.
That is the definition of speed. Miles Partain unfazed, and now bringing his team to a match point. Palm Beach slowing things down.
I guess so.
All right, so do you go the direction?
15-14 is match point. If you're not already, everybody get on the.
Right, you've still been working on Phil.
Phil or Trevor?
Yeah, if I'm Paul, I'm going best serve. I think you called that earlier. We're talking about Kylie DeBerg from the Dallas Dream. I go best serve if I'm Paul. Good crisp contact, drive it, maybe a little side spin, cause some indecision up the middle. He's got a bunch of errors, but that's okay. Looking for a return right now.
Errors don't matter when you're at a match point and the service pressure's been on your side. Oh, come on now.
No, the toss was too far in front. That was bad from the moment it left his hand.
One match point fended off.
Yeah, they left something on the table here serving-wise. That's 9 service errors to 1.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Conga line started and closed out.
Match point number 2.
Jump set caught Phil. Second match point from well outside the sideline. Jumping in.
Now, have we seen that serve at any other point during this match? No. No. You go with what you got, what you've been doing. 10 service errors.
It's a big number for 2 sets. And 2 due sets at this point. From the middle. Another cannon from Miles Partain. That was out.
Ball is out.
Oh. Happened so fast I couldn't even see it. Phil looking to find a block, but instead he writes it. That's the exact same swing.
Yeah, and Miles is still in the last play a little bit right there, but he gets it. Hopefully those two cancel each other out. They'll move forward into defense this time. Same assignment for Paul here. Good, crisp contact. I would love corner to corner right now.
How about in?
Well, yes.
Glancing down at the sand and the defense. Phil Dalhausser. A little extra edge on this one.
How about a Phil ace to win it, huh? Down the line on Lotman.
Perfect pass. Phil not faked by the jump set. He finally gets it. Set 2 to the Palm Beach Passion. The night is not over.
Fans of Phil rejoice.
And because we're going 3 again, 3 beach.
More volleyball coming your direction.
No, that's not accurate. That's not accurate. Do not hold me to that. Producer Daniel, I apologize.
Due sets in both 1 and 2. Partain has carried the offense for the Dallas Dream, but it's Phil Dalhausser with the big time block to close out set number 2.
Yeah, his only block of the set comes to win it.
All right, buddy. We got an update from the World Cup, so look.
Who's gonna pick up the win between the Dallas Dream and the Palm Beach Passion? We're even, 1 set apiece.
AVP Beach Volleyball is more than a sport. It's an experience. And for just $59 a year, AVP Gold membership gives you all access. Ticket discounts all season, early access to seats, compete in AVP events, and big savings on pro gear. Get in the game and experience everything the AVP has to offer. Get your gold membership today at avp.com.
Championship.
Drafted by the NBA and came to the AVP.
Just take a look at this iconic field.
Are you ready? Are you ready? We have a huge crowd, overflow capacity. Cameron, a lot of players and people have been waiting for this moment in this place.
Ladies and gentlemen, I could not be happier to be right here, right now.
Maximum volleyball coverage for you here in Miami. Week 3 of the Progressive AVP League in 2026. You knew we were going to go the distance. The late night hours showcasing some of the world's best. Phil Dalhausser, Trevor Crabb, Miles Partain, and Paul Lotman. Extended sets in the first and the second. Number 3 coming your way. Slide, scooped, and stopped. Trevor stepping in.
Yeah, here it comes, right? This is where Trevor thrives. He'll start giving it to you a little bit verbally. He'll start giving it to you in different situations here. Back to the net. Guy who's played plenty of blocker role in his career. Tell you what has really been missing from the Dallas plan thus far. I like the service pressure, but at some point you got to decide, are you missing too many? They missed 5 in each of the first 2 sets, and they're due to overtime frames. You go over to the other side, they have missed 1 service. 1. And Phil's been generating pressure.
You think just even half of those from the Dallas Dream,
Yep,
in terms of reduction, totally changes the game here.
Yeah, they've out-hit the other side in both sets.
All over it, Partain. As is Crabb. There's that consistency. Pulled and chopped. Partain, or excuse me, Lotman.
Yeah, what a nice play with his left hand. Pulling off, Paul nice and quiet with his body as that ball is contacted. Able to read and react. This is a wonderful contact off the left thumb. And he counted on Trevor pulling to that line. He saw him.
It's a heck of a celebration from Partain. Really leaning into the Dallas theme. Little slither back down the line.
And now Trevor with some extra words the other way.
Off balance, still finds a way. Court maintenance from all 4. Cleaning up the lines. Phil clearing the runway. Free ball chance. The turn and the burn from Phil Dalhausser.
Well, keep it alive with Phil Dalhausser takes that one from the service line. And then all the way up to the net is
Service pressure paying dividends. Getting chances like this for the Palm Beach Passion. Palm Beach looking to string some plays together. Paul Lotman doing his best Miles Partain impersonation.
I've really enjoyed the game of Dallas thus far on those on-twos. The key for them right now is just take their service back just a little bit, and they could win this by 4 in the 3rd set. All other things being equal from this match.
Partain finds kill number 20. We're not even halfway through the 3rd.
And again, it's the quietness of Paul Lotman. He ran off the net to get to that one after it's being dug, and when he got to it, got his body quite still and scooped it accurately for Miles to have options.
Fun to watch Miles Partain kind of facilitate on the 3 contact swings. Different look of offense as he gets another. There's that right hand. He's got a chase. Breathing heavy. Phil clears the sand from his eyes and continues to just hang those hands. That's number 3.
Yeah, he's coming up shot blocking in that case. Yeah, blocking's a lot of things. Blocking is how much can you read the information in front of you? Can you get your feet to the right spot? Can you shape your hands properly? But before you get your hands up there, you have to decide when they're going to be up there. Are you shot blocking? Are you attack blocking? Are you trying to block on two? That ball's out.
Might need some protective footwear for our line officials. But to your point, so many intakes for a blocker. Trying to read the attack on the other side. This time, big approach out and back in. It's all about the shot blocking of Phil Dalhausser in set 3. Block number 4.
So here's the game. You serve Miles again. See if he takes a swing. I would bet on him taking a huge cut here. So Phil should play for the attack.
Doesn't even get back to him. I like it from Lotman.
Yep.
One
Cagey.
step ahead.
You have to have a 4 at the beginning of your age to do the standing down ball. Paul just got that. Way to put it in use.
Lotman recently having his jersey retired at Long Beach State. Number 2 only belongs to him.
And anyone who will pay him an appropriate amount of money to take it out of the rack.
That is willing to write a big enough check.
There you go. There you go. Everything is for sale at some price, Cameron.
Just like in indoor volleyball, you hit something up top and stay
14 kills, 5 digs, 5 blocks. Quite the line for Phil. Untimely miss serve for the Palm Beach Passion.
Rare miss, too.
Exactly. There's that 70% swing. So strategic, so calculated from Trevor Crabb.
18, 16, 19, 17, now 8-6. Miami, how you feeling about this match?
Third set, still aims for 15. Or in this case, who knows?
Who knows? Hang in there. We're going deuce, we're going overtime. That's the theme of the night.
Now into the 4th match, nearing the 10 o'clock hour locally.
The fans have gotten their money's worth here tonight in Sephora Arena. That ball was out.
Trevor jumping in front. Right to the dome. That's like insult to injury.
It's the ones that hurt the most. Yeah, Paul, another big move. So long at 6'7". Gives you an idea of what's made him such a lifer in terms of being effective at professional volleyball, be it indoor or beach.
Block number 3 for Lotman. Been a little quiet at the net after set 2. Gets a piece.
Yeah, another good spot by Paul. So these guys have missed just 2 serves in the entire match. Phil has missed twice. Now Trevor doesn't miss at all. He didn't miss last year, but I think 3 times if memory serves.
So far, Miles has gone on to every opportunity he's been given to make that a 4th here in set 3.
Yeah, this game's so fun to watch.
He goes back to serve 9-9.
4
The
of
10
4.
digs is what stands out on that.
Yeah. Continuing to bring the heat. Trevor from the middle of the court. Not always the flashiest game, but he gets the job done.
I had coming into this as a question, how much Miles on 2? The answer, as much as possible. All of it.
Does it land in bounds?
It does.
Trevor celebrating with Sephora Arena. Another monster block for Phil Dalhausser.
Including the final on set 2 plus the 3 here in the third. 4 blocks in the last 10 Phil.
I was going to say, just the first 2-point advantage we've really seen in set number 3, a race to 1. Right in the basket of Phil Dalhausser. Partain with the right read. Astonished she didn't pick it up.
What you love about elite competitors is they believe they can make any play, right? That you can hit the ball at them as hard as possible and they'll make the play. I mean, Miles is right there. Believes he should have had it. And I love that about him. At times it's irrational.
Never to him. Stretching for the first. Paul and Miles are in some hot water right now. Palm Beach up by 3.
Phillip with his 7th block.
Yes, Phil doing Phil things.
Yeah, if he gets a beat on you, you're in trouble.
Palm Beach Passion, the defending champs from 2025 Cup champions and pairs champions. Right now, the Dallas Dream. Miles Partain has been nearly flawless in the past 2 seasons in the regular season. But this is quite the show.
Just in set 3, Phil has 5 stuff blocks. And he only struggled offensively in that first, hitting right around 100. He's brought the offense and the defense, particularly here in the waning moments. Way to know the words to the song. Well done, ladies.
The lead is 3 for the Palm Beach Passion.
Palm Beach serving that of the Dallas Dream. You have to envision the option is coming right back your direction. Does Trevor play to the angle, or do they serve Miles Partain and try and get rid of it? Everyone having a good time here in Miami.
Good job, Florida.
Partain gets stuffed. Devoured by Phil Dalhausser. 8 blocks for the GOAT.
Set way too tight. Phil feasts.
Match point. Looking for number 9, gets a piece.
That would have been a pretty amazing Florida moment. Phil, the legend, coming up with a stuff block again to finish it while House of Pain plays.
Second match point. line. The Palm Beach Passion finds sets 2 and 3. An all-out war between Dallas and Palm Beach.
Don't miss serves. Keep the pressure on your opponent and let the legend in front of the home crowd start to do Phil things.
The Palm Beach Passion hanging on to the damage they did in 2025. They are still the team to beat. For Kevin Barnett, myself, Cameron Irwin, and the rest of our Echo Entertainment crew, thanks for joining us here with the AVP League.